Hello everybody, it's your boy NoukonNeko, your perfect virtual feline friend, purveyor of sweet vibes. Why did I suddenly just forget to kind of like what my intro was? But anyways, yeah, we are here, if it isn't obvious, to play some Genshin Impact. And since we got a lot of
compulsion to follow
limited time events and endgame content out of the way, we are ready to continue the interlude story, which I heard when I saw it, announced initially on their big preview thing. It looks like it's gonna be like a interesting, fun little crime story. So pretty excited for it. Usually those kind of stories tend to be like in Fontaine, but it looks like this one's going to be in Mondstadt. So pretty excited to see how it ends up, and I'm really hoping to see if I can complete it all in one go. But I guess we'll see how it will all turn out. So let's go ahead and grab my daily commission word, which I forgot to grab earlier today. Let's go ahead and talk to Catherine.
Thank you for
Yeah, usually I do a lot of the dailies earlier, so it doesn't overcap in resin. I guess I just forgot to talk to Catherine right afterwards.
Add Astra.
Good thing I remembered, because sometimes when we stream, we do end up reaching reset, which is when I would lose that reward. Okay, anything else? There's a couple new events like this one and this one, which I would have to eventually tackle, but I think this one doesn't. I think it can be autoed, but either way, these two I might actually just cover off stream. Yeah, anything story related, that's definitely something I want to do on stream, so that takes priority. So let's go ahead and go where we need to go. Here? Oh, wait, this portal thing. Return to special story mode. Oh. Wait, what other story? Wait, what other story was I in the middle of? Hold on. Did I have something else blocking it? I guess so, but if I just enable it, should be able to start it. Okay. Ooh, honestly,
wow, the city is all decked out!
It's all decorated.
Beautiful! Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Sure, let's go.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Unusual?
Take a look around, huh?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Star Snatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, yeah, it does seem a little more gloomy this time.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Oh, no, it's a breakup.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Wait, I thought they were together, but they were just friends? They're breaking up being just friends?
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over?
I can't believe it. Maybe they're just working out the kinks?
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
Strange.
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
Wow, this Windbloom's... I feel like it's again kind of getting more spicy than normal. Huh? I'm flattered, Miss Donna. Although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
I intend to, my dear. But first, a question, if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master Diluc was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
Oh. Why do I feel like this is becoming more like a love story now?
But then I saw you. And it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
Guess everybody's just having like a change of heart. I understand and I'm flattered. I was able to bring back the butterflies, but I do need to see to some business, so I'll take my leave.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Not at all. You're the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, NoukonNeko, Paimon, how have you been? All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Favonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind?
Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes. Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back from Mondstadt. In Mondstadt. But let's discuss the finer details back in the headquarters. Paralogism. Yeah, I wonder what this is all about. Is it something that has to do spreading in the air or something?
Full throttle!
Oh, you know what? Oh, interesting. This is weird. This is as if I'm like in a domain, even though I'm in the town. Can't change my party. Okay. Tula.
Kaya, you found them.
Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allow me. You have note captain of the second company, Scaron, captain of the third company, Eula, and captain of the fourth company. And me, of course, captain of the ninth company. Oh, so many captains in one place.
Oh, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Jean!
I also haven't seen Jean for a long time, too. NoukonNeko, Paimon, thanks you for coming. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside. Ah, yes, that would be the captains. You know, I feel them already, but I'm sure there are a few new faces. There has been a number of incidents in Mondstadt, and in order to wrap up the cases, I gather all the captains of the Knight of Favonius together to hold a trial. Ooh, a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
That's what I said earlier. Gotta understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in some time. The Knights of Favonius oversees most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, hatred cases are tried jointly with the church. Under the guidance of Barbados and the Knights uphold chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, the church carries blessings and goodwill whenever the wind can reach. In today's case, requires a joint trial by both
Which
parties.
means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on. Group of people we saw in the corridor just now. There was someone missing. Where's Alberto?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team! But we didn't see him out there!
Keen observation, NoukonNeko. That happens to be exactly why I caught you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Alberto, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
And what did he do? Jean, it's time. Understood. NoukonNeko, Paimon, come with me. Please sit wherever you like. I only ask you to remain calm no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry. The trial will be fair. Now that everyone's gathered, let us begin. With the Grand Master Vraka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gunnar, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dalea, Beacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as our assessor. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will assure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face! Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barba and Rosaria?
Or my guess. The defendant today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, what did you do? Captain, certain aspects of this case are classified and remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. If guilt is established in the case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, Captain of the Logistics Company, Miss Hertha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Alberto's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
Oh, that's a big problem.
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Beatrice. So, is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier? Oh.
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
But it's flashing gold?
Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
Now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. Oh my god, he's not voiced either. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Avonius headquarters. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Concerning the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
If the crime did occur as you describe, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing? You don't find that suspicious? Yeah, if there's a body in there, then yeah, you should be able to find the evidence, right?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
I mean, that sounds like it could have been randomly from anything, not just from the victim.
The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And yet, no victim has been identified, correct? Yeah, if no one in town died, then... yeah, then... is it possible? Is it more unlikely that he murdered somebody? That's why I guess they suspect that he murdered someone outside of town.
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and a captain of the investigation team, I have the duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there is no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
There's another charge.
In charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Oh.
Wait, that's...
Do you look? Oh, wow. Okay. Usually you could trust what he says. This is interesting. It actually also did not know that's D-Look's last name. D-Look Ragnbitter? Please tell the court what you saw. It was around 3:40 in the morning. I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surrounding. From what I can tell, it looked like the body of an adult male. Tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
will only inquire to what Mr. Duke was doing in the area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Don Water is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. Just happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's all. Master Duke is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet, the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
Huh? And this is? It looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful now, Mr. D-Look. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So, that's your angle. Alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student, Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted in reviewing her calculations until next morning, with Mr. Albedo present. That's right, we were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He'd never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
Oh,
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's right, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a secret place of judgment. Truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo. I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be substantiated. Do you understand? Yes, I know. Claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution arguments has its own holes. There's been no mention of any motive or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
A correspondence. Oh no, that envelope does look like it belongs to Mr. Albedo.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine and the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
Trust the investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting, and that the letter makes more than passing mentions of putrefactions and refinements?
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
I mean, his own words doesn't say that he's gonna do a crime like murder in the first place.
No, it can't be true.
It's just all an assumption that they're making right now. I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Huh. Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive. On the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people appear in intense and pure shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Really? I kind of feel like that's not enough to kind of say that he murdered somebody. Like, it's one thing to, like, you know, see him attack somebody and they die from that, then get buried, but they don't even know what he's even burying in the first place. And anything could technically look like a body, but I guess we'll just see how the story goes. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to the headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover. It does feel like Albedo is hiding something still. You know, I don't think it's murder. Something that he can't let people know in public as well. So that's probably why he's trying to hide something, but he's also trying to prove that it isn't murder. But it's kind of hard to prove something that you haven't really done.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with the case? Yeah, because there are people in previous events before that look like Albedo. And it could have been alchemy that it kind of makes more sense that some things can, like using alchemy, can be turned to kind of look like a body, but I feel like it's, you know, eventually after time it just changes back to the original materials it was used to make to look like. And that's most likely what's happening. But I guess the question is, why would there be a need to turn something into a body in the first place, and whether Albedo was the one who did it, where he created that body, or whether someone else did and he just happened to be trying to Hide the evidence. But what? Following Rinador's footsteps, just because he's an alchemical creation? That could only make him more suspicious. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes. You need it at Narsnatch's Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
He?
You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time's like the wind. It waits for no one. Okay. Just gonna get whisked away. And yeah, we're gonna continue. Shadow amidst the sandstorms review. See, that's oh, what's the recollection do right there? Oh, I mean, this is the recollection itself. You and Paimon went to is also kind of nice because it's been so long since that event happened that I'm kind of having a hard time remember exactly how everything really went. But I just know the other albedo was, you know, created by the dragon that was there in Dragon's Spine. They have to fight the imposter. But that's all I can really remember. I guess this review, this little summary is probably gonna say something similar. You and Paimon went to Dragon's Spine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to discover a series of strange events. Strange, soft noises echo through the mountains that could not be traced. The ransacking and the theft of alchemical notes at the campsite. Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave, having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Yula encountered Albedo elsewhere in the mountain, attempting to lead a child away. And he attacked Yula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm the presence of the mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. The running battle ensued. Ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant Whopperflyer, posing as him. Oh, it was Whopperflyer. That's right. But I think there was supposed to be a third, right? But anyway, yet there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. Oh yeah, that's what they're probably referring to. Which I kind of think I theorized it was something from the remains of what the name of the dragon that on the mountain was, but like Durin? Is it Durin? Something like that? But yeah, it's been a while. So I kind of wonder if the other Albedo or the Albedo imposter is somehow involved. But so we'll see.
Try and stop me!
Actually, I forgot how tall this mountain was, but maybe because we're not in Natlan, I should. Oh, I can switch characters now. I could switch to Kazuha.
Want me to come along?
Rev the engines!
It's actually decently. I haven't actually used these characters outside Natlan, but it's actually decently quick. Oh, Venti. Ah, NoukonNeko, Paimon. I can hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Oh,
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So you called us here so we could meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your mind, so I thought we should have a chat.
Okay.
After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Oh, okay, so he knows who Venti is, and I guess he's just letting Venti know what's up.
Wait then, you know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry. Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a good god, I mean, I have to say good, but a god needs someone to
Not that I
communicate
saw
after
that
all.
coming when we first met.
Communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's back.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Ah, well, I knew the moment Renadora and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The Creatorprit's a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage in the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me? Well, I know Albedo's a synthetic being, but that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt. Even the wind bloom should be about drinking and having fun. Even though, okay.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the song to tell, the word becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is set fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There's always unavoidable trials of life, at least. That's what Barbaros would say. Certain someone's going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven knows better than tamper with fate. Sigh. If only I was a brave soul willing to aid their friend at the time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Haha. Well, even if Albedo wasn't in the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Hee. Behold.
Ooh! Paimon remembers that Jumpy Dumpty!
Don't worry. I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the total communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
Yeah, usually be with Klee. Hee, we're old pals. Don't think she'll care if I borrow it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, which with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. Oh, it's like a phone. Well, we'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I can ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side. What? Oh, still say hi to them.
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed. Your companion is like a breeze that lingers in the air, warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time, I'm in for something special.
Beatles? Serious? Haha, you give me too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the animal Archon.
Is that so? I wonder what Barbados thinks about that. Perhaps you should pray to him and find out.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is sure to reveal itself in time.
Kind of funny how they kind of talk about Venti in like third person. Oh, you know what? Forget about Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead. You wouldn't refuse, would you?
A dear friend like you? Never.
Sounds like they're good friends. Okay. Let's go ahead and head back. Oh, back in, I guess, portal mode? I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
I mean, again, if they didn't, I feel like they didn't really pay attention to his like notes properly. He's trying to create life. It doesn't mean he has to kill anybody, especially when it comes to death. Death doesn't mean that you have to kill somebody, right? It could just be things that are already dead in the first place, which could be those, you know, materials we saw that Diluc uncovered.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
And Eula kind of knows the truth too a little bit, right? This version of events is hard for me to accept as anyone, but Barca once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things that we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
NoukonNeko, Paimon. Quick timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after a verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me. I need you two to start investigating the case. Oh, investigating the case? Yes, it's about time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the drink investigation? No, we'd like you to launch an investigation on your own. I'll be continuing to work on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, understood. I'll look into the case on my own. know you get to the bottom of this, NoukonNeko. You never failed us in a time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you have done Mondstadt a great service all the time. I'm expecting a retrial. Till then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I count on you. Guess we'll take a look at what he's been up to. We are now private investigators. Feels actually funny kind of riding it back in the building.
Kaya, surely I can't just...
These two are on Jean's orders. He asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
But that was easy. You would think we would need some kind of like badge or something to let them know that we're like investigators.
Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Yep, just like an alchemist. Alright, I have some work on my own, so I'll leave it to you. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya. Alright, let's see what we can find.
Well, let's take a look at the book. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly related to alchemy, rampant science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with chemical symbols, and others have shaped on a triangular... Oh, S-shaped. Have S-shaped. I was like... It's like a starting shape. Well, yeah, S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy! Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
Underneath the book. After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. There's a hidden desk. Subtle, but an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a secret compartment within the desk. Yeah, let's take a look underneath.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does seem to appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It's very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Let's take a look at the paper. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces and sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this alchemical experiment, the results of the refinements were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulations of the Blank Project. I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
To no mention festering forces. This suggests that Dragon's Spine could be involved somehow. This has something to do with creating synthetic life. Might be able to go far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be Dragon's Spine. Guess we know where we're heading to. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigations are correct, There could be a body hidden in the last location, or at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
Ko.
Oh, Vent is calling! Let's answer! Oh, we found stuff alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Oh, how's the investigation doing? Find anything? Okay. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Renadier's creations, there'll be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Renadier's approach to alchemy and ethics were pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say that it could convince that those closest to him, to his guilt, perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked. The notes sounded like him. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? I don't know, but I want to.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Not convincing, huh? Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti is no longer believes in him? Remaining objectives has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned. Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Is there anything else I can look at, or is that only it? Okay, I was here initially, right? No, because I was here initially, right here. It's the same thing, it's just the book and the other writing. I guess, nope, nothing left, so I guess we'll head out.
Nice and cool. Natland doesn't have places like this. Try and stop me!
I see. That's like a cheat if If you find like flat ground, you can just keep going up. As long as you have energy. We're going the right place. Right here.
We should be getting close. Oh, look over there! Something seems off.
How convenient they just gave us like an arrow pointing exactly where we need to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ground. Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. Looks pretty obvious, really. I don't think you have to be an adventurer to kind of notice that. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. The hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. And how do this? There's a monster.
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole, or smooth out the ground like the other places?
One person did all of this. Why not remove the traces like the others? Albedo isn't the one responsible. Why was this location marked in his notes? Return to the Knights of Avernus. Task following your mind. Okay, well, that was fast. We're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
Tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes. He asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered has been set for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public. I doubt the public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. Hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Miles. We have to wait for 2 days, so let's go ahead out and fast forward time.
My pot of...
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Already down to second trial. I feel like we didn't even discover enough like information yet, but I guess we'll go into this and see what happens. It's not like we were, you know, like his defendant like the way Kai is. Yeah, I feel like they're so much to kind of like explore, but hi, you two. Let me know when you're ready and we'll head out. I think I'm ready. I think. Wait. I kind of want to switch parties very quick. Because I already know that there will be a new weekly boss at the end of this, and just in case starting this trial somehow takes me to that boss, I know this is the team I want. But anyways, let's go ahead and start. Alright, follow me. Kinda doubt it would just throw us into the boss like that, but again, doesn't hurt too. Be ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now convened for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunnadier, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as our assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I will now bring this trial to order. Ms. Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Asmin, male, 46 years old. Marital status? Single. Occupation? Hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records showed that he has sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. Damage on the femur bone Mr. Delic found is consistent with such an injury. Okay, the one thing I will say that just because maybe Albedo might have buried some of his remains doesn't mean he killed it. It could also just mean that the person was already dead already a long time ago. He just found the remains and he's just trying to properly bury whatever remains he did find. But it's just weird that, you know, it initially looks like a body before he buried it, which is what I'm mostly curious about. But he could have also, again, you know, with those remains that he found, was doing some experiments, which he's probably more likely trying to hide that fact, because, you know, messing with creating life isn't exactly a good thing either. People kind of look down on that. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. Specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Chemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Yeah, and I kind of feel like maybe his experiments did, like, you know, create the body, but the body was probably like soulless. So that's why he just ended up burning it. But I mean, it would probably mean that his two crimes, you know, both murder, probably wouldn't be true. Like, he'd be in trouble for something else, I guess. Would it be in trouble for something else, even though it's like a houseless body? But either way, I think I'm making too much assumptions, so let's continue.
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
Oh. Well?
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, you know, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
Oh. I see why. This changed your heart in the town.
If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward is brave enough, Miss Donna. It's probably Donna, actually. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I would now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office? The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office. The most important is of which is this map. Yeah, we did just leave it on the table right there. Is it Miles? Oh, I didn't know there's this one on the bottom, but I guess that's the one we went to. I was like, wondering why it looked different from these over here. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markers correspond with the description of the letter and the location of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. Do you realize that that's basically a admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. Never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you're presented with a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer an innocent man speaking on his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does this mean he really didn't do anything untoward? You mentioned bursting off the snow. That's supposed to be a hint? Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure he just found, them dead already. If it is a hint, then it must be something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? NoukonNeko, you were the one who uncovered the note, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well? Yes, we did. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything uncovered in the snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place. No one knew there was something discovered in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? I would do this. Third marked locations in Dragonspine. We knew about it because we found the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There's also claw marks around the outside. There's no body or remains whatsoever. Yeah, I'll take a look at all the other locations. The second location between Dragonspine and Dawnware is where Diluc saw a body of a adult male. Diluc describes nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony seemed trustworthy. Diluc found teeth and femoral bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of the events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna didn't lie about something like that just to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. What the first location? The first location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single matched shoe and torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. I wouldn't submit that, but let's go ahead and look at the new one. According to the forensic result, the teeth and femoral bone belonged to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with this body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to bones? Does that mean he's the killer? Wait, how come this is still light up? Association. Yeah, what? I know that does not make sense. Huh? difference between the marked locations. Albedo marked those 3 locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The hole dug in each area certainly seems big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there are claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location. No witness saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manners of monsters and wild animals. Some kind of creature have dug the body? But why hasn't that the case in the other locations? The markings didn't look fresh, which means the hole on the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole in the 3rd location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Let's talk about the ecosystem. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of even more mysterious creatures. Durin, although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a particular life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things has happened in Dragonspine. And we will also talk about his identity. Most know Albedo as an alchemist and captain of the investigation team, but in truth he's a Prinspitz, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold, Minador. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with his kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. To now, Albedo never displayed any ill will towards humanity, and he also still seems to be his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth of his identity. That would make things worse for him. Yep. That means we would... Okay, so she... This? Counters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone in Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo. We weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. It's a conclusion. I mean... Guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo is trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that, after disposing the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, and dirt scattered around the perimeter looked like something that has been dug up. It was all done by one person. Why wasn't the 3rd scene given the same treatment as the other? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the 3rd location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For these reasons, I believe there are still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Let's do as ever, NoukonNeko.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the 3rd location, and the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to NoukonNeko's point. If I care about proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described. Miss Hertha, and deny any connections to that map. But that's not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
There were indeed bodies in each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest at Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region and let me in secret. Yes, the incident where, you know, he almost got killed by his imposter, and Eula knows that quite well, so that's why he's looking at her. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain, the 3rd location located on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber, Bennett, and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
Will you let me finish, Miss Hertha? I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes clearly identical to mine. So, someone who happens to look exactly like you? Exactly like him? I was right. It does come back to what happened then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
Oh. Maybe it has to do with, because I think that imposter might have killed some other people, and maybe as Albedo was, you know, investigating more about things he did, he found the bodies, and he was trying to just kind of, you know, bury them, and maybe that's what we're kind of seeing right now. And sorry, I think my camera kind of broke. Hold on. Trying to see. I mean, if it fixes itself, it fixes itself, but I'll just leave it as it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue.
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. See, then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Who?
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Well, isn't that quite the review?
Hello to you too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistic captains of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up.
Oh? Is it Hertha guilty all along?
You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Or in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because of that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, Dvalin, defeated Durin in the battle and, with the help from Barbados, sealed his remains in Dragonspine, or on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen banded in Durin's stomach, a unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
She's kind of like, yeah, a little bit unhinged. The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, new arrival actually seems more like Hertha, I know.
That means nothing! By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter! How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago! Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
Where is it?
Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
Oh, is it because he did it? Accidentally?
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Wait, hold on. Controls were off for a second right there for some reason. By the nerves, I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant is the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
Hold up. That? Hmm? Nope. I thought I was able to fix my camera, but nope. No need to panic. You could just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or I should say, all spawn of Duran's life force have that ability. A powerful life force or appearance you could change at will, and yet you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you have worried that using your power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? The mouse is one of them. Well, that's a lot of imposters. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Duran's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes them from taking actions. That's a lot of like imposters. Once you attempt to transform, all those surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it because in the network of living things, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Huh?
Come on, let's go!
Hey, you know who all the imposters are. She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's trail. We finally have a chance to talk. Before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I've never used human remains as part of the chemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of the Order were in on it. As for the witness, Master Diluc picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Oh, everybody knew except for the Traveler, okay. Wow, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed, follow me.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They're all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Duran's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall. We'll support some rest of the city because we're just doing a bit of fighting right here. I'm like kind of curious to see where I could fix my camera earlier, but nope, still working. someone's coming. Help me! Please, someone help me!
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Hold up, I'm also trying to set something really quick. I go do this. Okay, well, that's resetting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Haha, that's what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
You can make new friends when we're not here, you know? Monsters started surging in Dragonspine during the trial. Soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin observed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witness saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed there were many who ventured there came back different. Ooh. So he found the real people. That's why there weren't reports of the imposters in the first place. Because they were getting replaced. Okay, I'm hoping I fix the situation. My camera. It's like the connection to my camera to my computer is not working. That's the reason why it froze. Yeah, I was hoping restarting the camera would fix it, and it looks like it has connection now. Yeah, it seems like an update might have changed some things. Okay, I'll let that go. Some went under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones have already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Wow, just monsters eating the bodies is all it takes for them to take their form? For those who were replaced had no close relatives, when their body behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get closer to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to avoid to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remains of the victims, put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the petrification of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopper flower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? Yeah, you told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember that I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper flower into Subject 3. So there's another imposter in Dragonspine that day? Yes. That would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. But you see, at one point there was something hidden in the hole he found. Oh. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monster dug up the Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin observed the failed creation along with his knowledge and in a way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Oh, that's problematic. Humans who venture into Dragonspawn for too long are bound to fall under Durin's influence. But those effects don't show up themselves right away. The extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. Saw for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange. Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged to the surface and seized control. That was our goal. We could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power. All under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just laze around after promising to help. Funny, so it feels like the camera is working and connected, but OBS can't read it right now. I'm trying to see if I can reset it. It seems like if I just reset OBS, we get fixed, but it doesn't seem like I can do that when I'm on stream, so I'm just gonna have to keep it the way it is. I'm like trying to see if there's like a way to get it to reset just the camera part, but it's not. Yeah, it's not doing anything. So I guess I can't do anything but just keep it that way. Oh well. Alright. That's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yes. If there are little secrets between other people shouldn't know, my identity for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it.
When wind current! Paimon's never seen this many!
Oh, it looks like an obstacle course. There should be now wind course across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
Oh, it's working now. Okay, it's eventually fixed itself. Great. It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed to defend our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice? Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness NoukonNeko, Paimon, and Albedo found me, got me out of a tough spot. Alright, now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the animal Archon protect you. I got things covered here. Sorry, I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Ah, get back. Phew, that was a close one. I suppose things are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Why is my avatar look glitchy? Probably because the camera was being a bit weird earlier. See it yourself. Aha, alright. Tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial? Ah, because of the fake Hertha? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defenses wasn't passionate enough. No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Diluc. When do you think I was actually getting nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. Heh, on a second thought, best not to think about it. You just started the game, right? No. It might seem that way because we're back in Mondstadt, but this is the current story now. The latest version of Genshin.
Retribution!
I totally faced the wrong way right there.
Dodge this!
Yeah, it's been so long since I used these characters. Oh. Bye. He was almost good against those ice shields.
Oh, so sorry.
Okay. Well, more incoming.
Time for retribution!
Ouch. Ouch.
Free.
Don't have a healer.
Frostbite. Verdict is...
Ooh.
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
Yeah, time to make it out there. I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintain control over the main roads means maintain control over the battle as a whole. Make the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
Under control. Don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have the air covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you? We don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of our locations. Good luck! Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Aha, believe me, he had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose I didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me and for choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. See you soon. Of course, stay safe. Official. Some other random knights. Arbra. Zarya. Big attack right now. How do you know who's... Oh, we gotta heal. Oh, it's kind of rare to have this kind of role being done. This is all new. I guess you just want to show off every single character in this event right now. We're all good? Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are
Don't worry,
you?
Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others.
Thank you.
There are others who here need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort you all by myself, or all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just do my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you, Barbara. You can count on me. Don't really know how it all started, but do you know that Jean and the others have been preparing this for a real long time? So I think everybody will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? Just want to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attack and fighting. I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How do you know? Beata warned us in advance. It was something to do with Dragonspine. He's our authority in that region. So we should take him on his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is gonna be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Avonis will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then, Who will protect you? Don't worry. I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please, let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, can you lend us a hand? Ah, of course, coming. They're here. Prepare for battle. On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we got 25 village trolls, 2 blazing axe military trolls, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Oh. Enough monsters. Am I just shooting? Oh no, am I flying? I'm flying. Oh, here. I just haven't used Barbara for a long time. Ouch. Wait, Mika as well.
Final warning.
They kind of don't really work well together. I also fight like that, but I think she's supposed to be more of a charge attacker than a spammer.
Let's keep going, team.
Wait, if I do that, then would this work?
Let it rain.
Providing cover fire.
Okay, that kind of worked.
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? Char wasn't hard on you, was it? Sorry I couldn't make it there, I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was gonna all real at one point. It was a quite complete shock. So you didn't know Ember? Then it seems Eula had an excellent job of keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula, right? He's like a impenetrable wall. That one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
Was Kai's suggestion. He said the plan would work best to someone well known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was a perfect choice. Just needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came with the idea that she would disappear. And so that explains the rumor that someone has fallen during a mission. Of course it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which is important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on a nice patrol route, claiming to be couldn't have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Wow, this plan was that long ago?
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy has been more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Herta's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Herta that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself that she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry. Albedo's already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. Couldn't reveal the truth. It had to be the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in the skies, and if my true identity got out, public's trust in me would have been gone. It's a trap, you see. Or get back and expose my origins, or to keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit is where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you to thank for that. NoukonNeko, you probably don't know it, but you've been part of the plan since the beginning. Me? I didn't even know there was a plan. For that, you have my sincere apologies. I knew I kept you in the dark. I know I kept you in the dark, but it had a reason. It might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover, someone who willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would run to Windbloom, I knew you would agree to the trial, and I knew your sense of responsibility just as an RA Knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Herta, Subject 2, had met you in Dragonspine before. So if she thought you had lost faith in me, your confidence might have been the best of her. Perfect time for us to strike. Bill was right. You were part of the plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense of our decision to keep that from you. Please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Even people who were involved in the plan had no other choice. Dorian Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We would never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking of me. It was an honor to take part. It was us who should be thanking you, Archon Knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Side gate? Over here? I can also see what everybody else is up to, huh? I step outside the courtroom. This is the first thing I see. I'm not sure how much more I can take it. I'm not brave enough.
I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the trial despite the nature of the allegations. That takes strength.
Hideki and Dahlia, I didn't see you there.
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone. At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help. Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
Oh yeah. So after this, I doubt Mr. Albedo's identity would be a secret. Huh? Not to higher ups, at least.
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events.
Huh?
Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
Ah, sorry. I guess I didn't expect Mr. Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything, right?
When Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago, I was pretty shocked. But more than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science, and I trust Mr. Albedo as a person. Huh? Just noticed, Deacon. There aren't any unicorns around us.
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise, that conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
Huh? That's how it works? That could have been so embarrassing. Yeah, they don't know that this whole unicorn is kind of being used to spread. Spread. Voices are all around throughout the city. Oh, I have to use the trial characters.
It's you.
Oh, Laser's here with me.
You're in for a little
And
shock.
Lisa as well.
Come a little closer.
Come into.
I haven't used Razor for a long time. Phew, it's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. Huh. My own professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways after all, and mine was a gentle old man from the Spantamad school. So you see, this time I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
You seem to be in good spirit, Miss Lisa. Oh well, it's good to move about every once in a while. Probably still talk to him still.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
Ah well, it's good to move about every once in a while. That was a very short talk. Okay, is Vila out here? Oh, she is.
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Oh, she's babysitting.
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon, what brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Is there something you needed to explain? We can tell you anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Just tell us. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Clee, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself.
Wait!
He is.
Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Alright. Fighting first, conversation later.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second. Shudder! Rack and ruin! Those bombs. I see what you mean. She was not to be underestimated.
We won! Great work, Klee. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Klee. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Klee heard you went camping a few days. And these monsters follow you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure you'll be grateful you escorted her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
Hehe, it would be an honor. Klee would do her best. Okay, go back. It's only one more to go. It's Jean. This should do PS for now. Good work, everyone. How do we fare, injury-wise? Good. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have the full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit.
We're back!
Everyone all right?
Amber?
Yep. Right as rain. We're back. Klee kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Klee. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're missing a few. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to all have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could have not happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My work hasn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course. Itaka back in headquarters. NoukonNeko and Paimon should be there too. Right, everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Wanna come with us, Klee? You can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pie. Ah, yes, yes! Hi, everyone! Yeti, thank you for everything. I know there's difficult moments along the way. Ah, well, wait. Does that mean you saw me running for my life? Ah, no. Apologies. Just forget I said anything. Hahaha, just kidding, but you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course! I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, I picked up some anxious voices and a child's anger. German has been isolated for centuries, but Zerm's subject two's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence. Including the fact that he's no longer a mother's only child, or her perfect creation. It's obvious that he found the fact difficult to accept. The emotions that he felt in response were quite genuine, I dare say, human. If I limit the perfect creation, I will be the only child's mother needs. This mindset rose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and he came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption subject's 2 knowledge allowed him to take more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin lacked sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling, it's close. Fonia? Who's Fonia? Miss Fonia, here to make your report?
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You're in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see, if you don't mind asking. Why did you come from that direction? Why are you alone? Do you think we were meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message all over the winds in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well. Because you're under Durin's influence and you have been since your trip to Jiangspine over 6 months ago. You're an imposter, which is running away, only to be caught. Don't move. Let's continue discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. Oh. Hunger of Mini. Right, the others are looking after Fonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
Yeah, where's the weekly boss, right? What happens if the rest next is the more of a personal project? I consulted Boti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Rucker came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about using the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The Chummies caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I thought that he was talking about his older sister or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
I wouldn't call him young, but he's not old either. Just imagine what he looked like. He started just teasing us. He's the type to crack jokes at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Indeed. Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is gathering of 3 parties. The Hexen Circle, the Admiral Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights of and Church of Avonius. Lord Babitos were able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Varka was quite a way with words, so he was able to gain favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Nearly in Monas's great time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of our own. I need the conference to convene once again. Menti, if you would. Of course, NoukonNeko. Pass me the Dodon communication device. It's probably a lot more longer than that.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
You just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on. That's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Huh? Barca? Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Barca, you're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Ah, well. Have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
All right, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
I guess we're not supposed to hear that. Dodoko.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great forest of Windrise? Great tree of Windrise. That seemed like a bit much. Dodoko.
Hello? Who is this?
Oh, Alice. Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
Really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requested for a meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of techniques, no. But in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
You're right there. Where? Here? As in the office?
Hello again, everyone.
Oh. Hello, Auntie Alice. I see you turned yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
So it isn't really here, but maybe she just remote controls it?
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's something you need to meet. It's my office. He's waiting for you there. Okay, let's go take a look. Who could it be?
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
It's me, Durin. Hey, not so loud.
Mini Durin? What are you doing here?
Well, actually, I've kind of been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you flooded away too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've been kept myself out of sight. Thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Hehe, thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
Did sneak off to the festival a bit, even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people. Still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. And Beto and I made a promise to accomplish something great together.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Beto said he used alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Human transmutation? So you're Albedo's intended subject? Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if I want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know that this have as much of a right to his name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Becoming human isn't as simple as just changing form. I know. Albedo talked to me about that. He said that the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive, almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. Pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that would look like. If I can still be me once I become the one that's part of him. The one with the part of him. Maybe without a complete soul, there was really never a me to begin with. To be honest, if these kind of questions are normal, we're all just trying to figure out who we are. I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon becoming human both sounds pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one's forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know. Beholder told me that he's the Credence Prince, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will only be two of our kind in the whole world. Our chemical creations allowing to live in human form. All living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in the world. So that makes us family.
Definitely! You've just gotta trust one another! Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hat Guy know about this?
Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this duty. He didn't try to stop me, just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but it's my decision. Maybe he thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm glad I talked to you at this time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. Well, since I've seen me Durin. Forgot if he had like a voice back then. Feeling a bit nervous, but also excited. It's a strange feeling. I never felt anything like it. Don't worry, I can cope. I gotta do my best to stay in good frame of mind so Albedo's plan can succeed. Okay. See you later, little Durin. Oh, where are we going now? So, whole plan is to make a human. Here. Here? Oh, underneath. The mysterious room. Your party configuration cannot change. Please choose the suitable. Okay. My party is ready. This is the party I was trying to set up this whole time.
Strike a pose!
Yeah, I just need a little bit of healing, but pretty sure I'm ready. Hey, ready.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
Oh, this is definitely where the weekly boss is gonna occur. So, and unspoken rules to be aware of. I don't want to be unwillingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
I would like to also request some alchemical reagents from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mar Juvari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rindoter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Monster at least half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences would be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is my special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So the solution is to kill him and resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Clee and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. It's created by the mages from the Hexen Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children the other Oh, I see.
It was during the journey that I learned that, with certainty, that the Durin would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M have created and knew that if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he would be the key. To the end, I devised an alchemical model for the transportation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart. The monster remnant from the Javari, the Emerald Mother left behind, will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon's venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
I understand. I feared something like this might happen. That's why I asked NoukonNeko to come along. Wait, I'm joining you in this thing? You're not gonna even try to talk me into it? Oh? You need convincing? Thought you wanted to keep an eye on me. Who knows what sort of outlandish things I might attempt without someone keeping me in check. Fine, I'm not gonna argue with you.
So you know our tricks, huh?
I always love a spectacle. By any chance to witness friends come together and support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
That's a good question. Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Oh, poor Paimon.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? Let's do this. Of course. Are you ready, NoukonNeko? Just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Oh, we're tiny now. Yeah, I guess Paimon doesn't want to be more tiny than she already is. She kind of wonder how Paimon looks like right now from our perspective. Certainly in keeping in Hexenzirkel modalities, he's shrunken down to chest-sized pieces.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
I mean, in a way, she's still there. It's not like she can fight anyways. Poof. What is it? Nothing, it's just... Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm this size. She's always energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry. You'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice? Didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See?
Okay. Playing some chess.
Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Shower me with praise. Let the world collide.
Burst forth. Witness my great undertaking!
Ouch. Okay, I didn't see that. Zard. Pretty much doing all the work though.
Should present a review of this ancient power.
Yeah, the trick with this battle is to use a freeze comp, which, you know, seems pretty strong. So that is the problem, but I actually wonder what it'd be like to fight it without using a freeze comp. It's not over yet.
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well done, but this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
Huh, where are we now? Oh, their true form.
The trial awaits.
You know, I do actually wonder if I didn't have
Only by turning the world on its head.
I actually didn't have
Its true colors. So it begs
copy A, how much harder this battle would have been.
you see on the other side of this chessboard. Pawns earned true freedom
Hold on.
the moment they gained legs with which to
I need to heal.
In the spirit of random, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small
Now I think I could.
kindness from me.
On offense. This neat queen needs to go down though.
Witness my great undertaking!
The trick between this boss fight is you need to take them down at the same time.
Time. Up to the freezer.
I thought I had memorized.
Witness my great undertaking!
Juice on the loose! The audacity! A little busted. Game's up. Time's over.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna go over there. Wolf down. Easy.
Yes, very well done.
We did it.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Barbeloth.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest. Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. Whoops! I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
That would be nice if you did. Being tiny is kind of problematic.
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Oh, pretty good to beat the trial. Once you rested up, let me know when you're free and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed. The sooner we do it during, the better. Looks like there's just one step left. This quest is taking longer than I thought. It'd be nice if I had someone tell me how much longer it is, but I don't think that much longer, right? From what I can tell. Make sure everyone's all healed. Oh, I don't think I need to leave there. I just can teleport over. Well, actually, I don't know what this pin was for. I mean, Devon's, technically still mostly in stead form. We're just dealing with the heart, right?
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice. You sure? Is it warm in there?
Right, we're here. So we arrive. Sorry, Paimon. Have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. UT, stay on guard. Yeah, some monsters might attack us, but that's all I can think of that would happen.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
That's a good question. From an alchemical perspective, we are both artificial creations. But biologically speaking, we have no relation whatever. So to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
Not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, let's say I belong to the class of humans, but a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. And perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I'm the only one of my kind. Soon there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe me and Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest to become human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one. I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in this sense, this project deals with both the past and the future. It stands to profoundly impact many lives. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping me and Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful, just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life, which the world cannot generate endogenously, is to cultivate the world itself. Wherever aids life is attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not easy to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, of which first and foremost a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Well enough, thank you. Oh, finished. I see you extracted the heart.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I just remove the core. The rest of it loses vitality completely. This time, Durna's body should die for good. Should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them. As far as concerned, eliminating Durin's influence in citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy is one and the same thing. Armed with the heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. I imagine, like, the monsters would turn back to their original form and the people would, you know, go back to normal. It's part of the reason why we're doing all this in the first place. Call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure! We sure learned a lot.
Once it's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourself.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time!
Kind of almost forgot about it. I also feel like, isn't the Windbloom Festival usually a bit earlier, like more during the spring?
Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
Sure, we'll find out on the day off. The Windbloom Festival still going. Okay, 2 hours later. Oh, 2 days. I don't know why I was like 2 hours. Never been done 2 hours before. Oh, my voice is getting kind of tired. Just so much reading for all the characters that are not being voiced. It's a lot more than I would have liked.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin! Let's go check it out!
The decoration's gone though. Okay, how far is it? A closer spot. Huh? Pretty sure this is just the conclusion at this point. You might see Durin's human form. As you know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people at Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Currently, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. Someone is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but those keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. Its words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirit. They were a great support to us all. Top of Venti. Let's give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard.
Wow! Amazing! Venti!
Imagine he kind of likes to stay more hidden. Huh? No way. You really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks to the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. Well, in that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in this land is about to begin his performance. Don't go away. Gather around, lend me your ears. Right, exercise the prayer of formation. They're so cute. It's like Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, why does that be the whole town though? Because earth, flowing water, refining fire, fortifying wind. Traverse the 18th, worldly, and 20th passage. Imminent soul, enter the moral realm. Elevate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. Oh, sages, witness my grand endeavor. Guess we don't get to hear Venti's song. How was it? Not bad, right? Maybe it would have been voiced if it was her language? Oh.
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly. I'd say we achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Do we not get to see new Durian? Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. Should give him some time. Well, incredible work, Albedo. Could she accept the compliment? Really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieve a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rintendottir. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance. To find the truth of the world. I have a theory about what she meant, and in time I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. Might be easy for most people, But for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. Become truly human, and to inhabit that space. So for our artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Sounds like they could probably just get their own life. Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me a new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. Follows is the choice a human has to make in life, as well as the kind of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something of a nightmare, but for me, just a part of my family life. Feared that the carefree existence my brother enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, will have to step into the world and face some constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we can get it. I get it. We get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their lives around the family store, others around the farm. A Bible family, I suppose we tend to flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel that you've gained something from the experience. Hasn't never shown her face, but if the Hessen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows as well, and give her approval. It's a devouring Nabarus, but it seems she finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I'm truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know?
Devouring Nabarius? What's Nabarius?
That's what I'm wondering too. It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Huh? And Alice told me about it not long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the real life, all I truly know is Varys is not gone. Instead, because of Master's action, she and Nimbus are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during the ordeal and choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
I even took the words right off my mouth. And you say that is more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you all. Get going. Bye-bye, Abiro.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference.
It's quite
I
different.
almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
You, want to take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
That's right, they picked a flower, right? Haha, well, I can't keep my two friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom. Now, could I? What do you think of? The Cecilia? It's quite fitting. The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. NoukonNeko, give me a hand. Huh? The mages are very pleased that you and Beto managed to pass the trial. Beto received the materials as he sought, and you deserve something as return as well. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. Secret sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one. The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the sender, you're probably the only person who can make use of something like this. So I suppose it belongs to you. Well, alright, thanks. Ah well, all I did was deliver it. Though I did go great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question. I'll just grab you a drink.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
I had the exact same thought. Really? I'll hold on to you that, you know? No going back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Yeah, we have plenty of Mora. Ha. Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the word becomes naught but empty shell. Cruel is set fate, cruel as it may be, were it not for the hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfully waned and faded into the night, as he stepped into the darkness and into the light. And we finally finished the quest. I know we're getting close. Figured that it wasn't hard to just end it in one stream. It did kind of go pretty long though. So I will say that this is probably where we would probably end it for the night. I will kind of mention, of course I finished this. I will kind of mention that I guess this too. Oh, because of the day's daily. Yeah, we'll mention that this story is trying to think of how I would kind of rate it.
Ad Astro. Thank you for
Kind of feel like it was like a 7 out of 10 for me. I do like the whole like mystery part of it, right? And you're trying to figure out what's going on. I definitely did not think it was a big whole trap for, you know, Yvonne's imposters. I didn't even know there was going to be that much imposters involved in the story. So I think they kind of withheld a lot of things that that would have hinted that what's actually going on was happening. But so the mystery part is definitely something you kind of figured out compared to like you know, the event I had with Escoffier. That one I enjoyed a lot compared to this. In the battle, I guess that could have been any battle could have occurred right there, right? Because any trial that Alice could have done could have been anything. But that is an interesting new boss that added. I kind of want to know, like, again, what would have happened if actually they didn't have a freeze team. But I guess I'll figure out later on my future boss runs with that boss. But yeah, still trying to figure out a lot about that boss. But I guess the one that I did like was, you know, they included a lot of characters from Monostat in there that we haven't seen for a while. The one thing I really dislike is the fact that there's just so many voices missing from all those dialogues, so I just had to do a lot of, you know, reading to kind of make up for that. And my voice is almost to the point of giving out because there's just so much to go through, but made it. And I guess we won't need to worry about Genshin for a while. Oh, you know what? One thing I haven't done for a while. Made a wish. In the standard banner, so you can tell that I have a lot of standard banner pulls to use, and you can't really use it for anything else. but the standard banner pulls, so I might as well get them done here. I've been saving it all just so, you know, at the end of one of my streams, I would spend it. And this seems to be the best time to do it at this point. Aya was the last thing I got before. And all I could really ask for at this point from this banner is just some more weapons, because most of the characters I don't think I need much of right now. Oh, you can get Mizuki in here. I forgot about that. I think if I was going to get a character, that would probably be what I would want. Yeah, that's the only character I don't have. But otherwise, getting weapons would be nice. But most likely a weapon would be next. So let's go ahead and pull. I think Dia was really recent, so I'll be right before Pity. So wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. It's so long since I pulled in the standard banner. And I forget that that's how I'm gonna get some 4-star characters that I probably haven't have too much constellation for sometimes. I think I have Chong Li maxed already though. We're not gonna worry about the singles. Since it's sad that I'm at, like, you know, 59. It's not as clean. But yeah, we'll just do 5-10 pulls. Copy official, which was already maxed. Got 3 more to go. You know, I was kind of thinking that I was gonna turn gold right there, but nope. Tease was real. Pointing sword, that's nice. I always like the Favonius weapons. Those are still very needed weapons for a character nowadays when they're in the support role. Kaya, okay. He's also maxed. And last 10 pull of the night. And no miracle of the night. It's okay. Kind of to be expected. Brain Slasher. That's probably one of the ones I don't want the most of, but okay, I think that's all for now. I don't think there's anything much left. I do need to deal with these events right here, but again, it's most likely going to be off stream. But the next thing I kind of want to work on stream next is actually if there isn't any issues with the game when it launches, I'm probably gonna be covering Elden Ring Night Rain when it comes out, which comes out tomorrow. So that'll be the most likely the next upcoming stream that I'll be covering. And yeah, this is a new game which is focused on multiplayer, and I heard there was a lot of technical issues during the test. I hope they, you know, got most of the problems out of the way, but I wouldn't be surprised if, since a huge amount more people are playing the game, that there might be more problems that will occur. If that happens, then I'll probably postpone that stream and maybe just use it to take a little break to finish all these other events and Genshin off stream. But most likely, like I said, Elden Ring will be the next stream because everybody is curious to see what that game is like, and I'm very curious too. And given how my experience with Elden Ring in the past and Monster Hunter, which I do feel it does kind of contribute to it, to how it will probably help me be able to handle the challenges in Elden Ring Night Rain. Thinking, yeah, it's very important for me to give it a try myself. So yeah, that will be what I will be up to next. But for now, I'm just gonna get some well-deserved rest, and hopefully I see you guys around in the future. So thanks for watching, and have a good night. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gem.
That was a really, really long stream. And my voice is so tired, but yeah, I think it was worth it. I could have also like just switched languages and just listen to, you know, the voices there, but just sometimes I worry that since most of my audience is kind of probably more of an English audience, that they probably just would enjoy a bit more if I kind of voiced some of these dialogue, but I just didn't realize it was going to be so much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my voice is going to be pretty tired on the next stream, but I mean, it's Elden Ring Night Rain, so it just means I don't have to talk as much. I could just be like making a lot of grunting sounds. But yeah, all right. I'm pretty excited for Night Rain, and I'm been just kind of researching more about the characters I get to pick. And it's probably going to be very obvious what I'm going to pick. I wonder if I can guess. Out of the 8. But judging on the character I play in Monster Hunter and how my build was in Elden Ring, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. But I'll let you guys guess. For now, I'm going to hop off, so thanks for watching. Good night. Bye.